Well, hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video. My name is Ryan Vijay, and I am the CEO and founder of the Synergy program. Some of you follow me on Instagram, some of you don't. My Instagram is Ryan Vijay. And today, what I'm going to actually talk about is the number one reason why most people today fail anything that they start. It can be a 6 month transformation protocol that they pay me thousands of dollars for. It can be a 12-month transformation that they plan for themselves, a 3 year project that they plan for themselves. Maybe they want to level up in their lives, just elevate internally, go about changing their lives, changing their body, changing the way they feel about themselves. Maybe something as simple as decreasing their weight. Okay, just losing all the weight, getting fit, eating cleaner, forming masculine habits, feminine habits, be the best at their work, have the best speech and articulation skills, etc. So forth. Present the best version of themselves to the world, because that's all we can do. That's all we have control over. We do not have control over the fucking weather, right? One aspect that I'm really going to talk about today is going to be, so here I was building a protocol for an onboarding client that I'm getting in for the Synergy program. The number one reason that most people today fail everything and anything that they start is because they fail to understand this one glaring question: why? What is your why? Now, it seems like a dumbass question. To be very honest with you, it seems dumb. Why would somebody ask you what's your why? Because you would already know it, but you don't. Most people do not know why they are doing it. Now, what can your why look like? Let me give you some examples, right? I just want to look. Maybe, oh, my handwriting really sucks. It's worse than a doctor. So, aesthetic. Am I even writing it properly? Just forgive me, man. I'm so new to this. Okay, aesthetic. Maybe you just want to look aesthetic, just want to look pleasing, okay, to the world. Or maybe you don't give a fuck about the world. You just want to look good for yourself, right? That could be a good why. It wouldn't be a strong why. It would be a good why. Okay? You want to look better, present better, feel better. Maybe for the ladies, maybe for everyone in your family. Maybe you've been fat all your life and you just want to fix that. It could be a good why. Another why could be health. Okay? Maybe you've been suffering with some disease. Maybe it was diabetics. Maybe you're diabetic. Maybe you have high blood pressure today. A lot of people have that. Maybe you're just unable to sleep. Your sleep sucks, right? Anything like something that's been bothering you. Now, these two whys that I mentioned, they are not that deep. They are almost surface level. In today's world, they would be surface level because now most of our war, most of the battles that we have with our own mind. So now these whys to look better and just to feel healthy have become very surface level. What would be a deep, innate why? To never be bullied again. Okay, this is something that a lot of people today can relate to. And I'll tell you this, a lot of adults that I work with, right? So most of these adults are 35, 40, 45, already rich, making the money. So money is not a concern with them, but there have been events in their past, right, that they're still clinging on to, and that translates into business, into life, into their sexuality with their wives. Okay, it may seem a bit mundane, but to be physically strong, to never be able to be bullied again physically, to having the ability to at least combat, at least engage in a ritualistic combat with another human. Having the ability, I'm not saying you have to do it, but having the ability to at least stand your ground is something we all crave as humans. Okay, if you do not crave that, there's something wrong with you. We do not align. Okay, that would be a deep why to never be bullied again. Another why, a deep, erotic, based in true ecstasy, in true purpose. Why would be to help your parents, other people. Okay, so specifically your parents, right? Your parents are getting older. What have I done? Okay, your parents are getting older, they're getting weaker. You can see the bags under their eyes, you can see them slow down. I certainly can, right? And you want to have the physical strength, the health, the mental clarity to be able to help your parents. Okay, to be able to physically lift them, support them emotionally, be there for them. That could be another one. Another one, last example, could be to do something like me. Okay, now this is not a deep one, this can be mundane, but for me it is very deep because it helps run my brand and keep me in the best physical shape, mental shape, perform my best, right? So let's say if you were planning to do something like me, you would first have to be an example of it yourself. Understand? So it could be this. Once you understand your why, I'll tell you why it is so important to understand your why. Because fucking problems will always show up. This thing will always arise when you least expect it. Okay? That is why it is imperative. This question is the holy grail of all questions. When I don't feel like doing something, or maybe I am procrastinating too much and I feel like I'm a pathetic failure of a son, I would ask my why, right? And I would attack. And I would always go back to the same question of when I started, right? So let's say this was my starting point, which was an absolute zero, right? So let's say if I started here, I can be anywhere. I can be here at the top of the hill. I can be here in under the fucking mud. But every thought, every question, every feeling, every negative emotion, every positive emotion, everything that life is throwing at me brings me back to my why, the reason why I began. Before searching for any solutions to your problems, or before following a path, or before starting a journey, the only thing you need to ask yourself is going to be, why?